Hey guys, we're back at it again at Regent Park by Wilson Homes, and we got a 5-bedroom option home today. It's move-in ready, and so we're gonna go take a look at that right now. So come on, let's go. All right, we're inside here, and let me give you guys a model of this one. This one's actually ready to go, as I said earlier. It's move-in ready. We're at Regent Park. This is a model number 3056, and that's just matching it with the square footage. So the model matches up with the square footage. We're over 3,000 square feet. And so we'll just start right here at the front door where we're at. Since this is ready to go, it doesn't have any staging. So we're just gonna look at the bones of this property, and that's also good. Again, my goal is to try to, as always, to save you time, save you money, and keep your headache to a minimum. So in doing that, we're gonna walk through this property and kind of help you get an idea of which ones you're speaking to you. So we gotta take a look at those. Extra tall front door, entry door. The frosted glass here, so that's kind of nice. You can kind of see a little bit. They can't really see in, but they can see the shadow, and you can kind of see, you can see out better than they can see in. And so, but it's just a nice design here. So, and it's tall, so that's your entry door, coming right into like a tile doorway here. Now, this is a 2-bedroom. So, I'm sorry, two stories. So that's why you're gonna see, it feels really huge here because there's no ceiling, it's just all the way up. And that's gonna lead into the loft area. We'll take a look at that in a second. But before we get into the loft area, right when you come through the entryway right here, we're gonna come right in, and right off the wing here is your first bedroom. So this is the bedroom. So this bedroom leading out to the street. This is the first bedroom you come into, closest to the entry door. Pretty straightforward room, 2 windows, and then you've got your closet here. No ceiling fan in this one, but I believe it's wired for that. So this is just a straightforward. Now what I like is that you got your temperature control here. That's kind of cool. So within easy range. Coming right out, takes you right into the bathroom. So we got a full bathroom. It's a shower insert, and then we got 1 sink, 1 toilet. This is a really straight, clean, straightforward floor plan so far. And then we come out of that, and like I mentioned earlier, we have 2 stories, so there's more bedrooms upstairs, but we actually have 2 bedrooms downstairs. So that was 1 bedroom downstairs. Now there's a second, so that's huge. 2 bedrooms downstairs on the bottom floor. We got the primary bedroom that we'll get to. But before we get there, just to get the rest of the home, we got the Harry Potter storage area down here. So you actually can use that top rack up there as your for a coat closet. And then you can use the storage down below for Christmas or whatever else you want to put down there. All right. And then moving on into the next space here is going to be the laundry room. Now with this property, let's go on and be a little closer, take a closer look into the laundry room here. So this laundry room has no cabinets, but you do have some rack space here for some storage here. And there's enough room going up to the top ceiling here to put more racks for storage. Or later on, if you chose to put cabinets, you can put cabinets in there. These washer and dryer General Electric, you're gonna see that we've got General Electric throughout this home for the appliances. This is included, so you don't have to worry about if you've got a washer and dryer and you don't want to worry about transporting that here. You can sell that one, give it away to family. You have a brand new one here, and of course you'll be able to take advantage of it. I believe you'll have a warranty to use that as well. Okay, and coming all the way back out of that room. Outside that space is some more storage here. So this would be a great place to put some of your linen, some of your towels. And then I would use this either for decoration, or you can actually fold some clothes there. But I think you're gonna find most people probably putting a lamp there and some decorations, what I would see most folks doing, but you have some options. 2-car garage, standard garage, we don't need to go in there. Let's go right into the main living room area. So we're gonna cut out here. Sometimes we'll see they'll put in shelving, but there's no shelving here. So this, I like that it's not, because it gives you the option. Whether you want to put shelving here, whether you want to slide in some kind of table here, you can put your own custom design here. So I like that they gave you the space, but you get to decide how you want to fill that space. You can just put artwork here. I mean, there's lots of options and ways to go with that. So I like the idea on this home of leaving that open. And then of course we're seeing that all more and more and more. That's probably our most common layout is the open floor plan. So we got the open floor plan here. And then we're just gonna pan all the way around over here because next to the temperature gauge here, you got a second temperature gauge on the first floor. This is kind of in a little bit. So here's your wall and it goes in. So there's something that you can put in here too. There could be another, some more shelving that can go right in here. You have outlets here to use. So if there's something that you need to put on top of the shelving to plug in, you have that power source to do that. So you got a power source here. You got a power source over there. I'm pointing this out because every builder does not include the outlets. Some of the builders will charge you per outlet. You will pay for each outlet you put in. So then to keep your costs down, you may find yourself scaling back on more outlets than you want to, just to keep your costs down. Well, we already got that plugged. This property is great because everything's already here. It's already included. It's built out for you. I didn't mention this earlier, but we're looking at about 717,000. That's somewhere right around there. And we also have some incentives. So you're looking at about 25,000 for that you can apply to closing costs or to buy your rate down. So some of you are like, hey, I'm really rate sensitive. I want my rate to be as low as possible. You can use this towards your rate. You can use this to buying down your closing costs. You decide how you want to do that. And then of course you always have your solar. So you got solar in this one, it is an additional cost. That's 11,000 or 14,000. And that's with most builders. Every now and then there's some specials. I love to showcase those here where the solar is included, but that's not the norm. But we do have some good specials that pop up. So keep watching my channel and you'll be able to find out about the specials so that way we can get you plugged in those. All right, so let's continue our little tour here. So I mentioned earlier that the appliances were included. That includes the fridge. So this fridge here, again, General Electric. And so you've got the two doors here. So you have extra space to make it all extra wide. And then of course your freezer's down here below. And so with this freezer, you've got two levels. I don't know if you guys can see that. First level here, and then you can slide that back and access more storage down here. This is an easier layout to access your frozen goods here because you got the two layers instead of it being stacked up. It's easier to grab here and it's not real deep. So whatever you're getting, it's gonna be easy to access. Then you go down here, again, it's not super deep. You'll be able to access it, all your frozen items. And then for your fridge here, now you got more room here so you're not having to reach way in the back to get what you're looking for. It's just off to the side. So I like this layout for the fridge. This is included. So let's put that in there. Awesome, and then you actually can use this for, a lot of the fridges are offering that now, ice and water, so you've got that there with the filter. And then from the fridge, right over here to the breakfast bar, looks like we got port side. We've got the farmhouse sink, so that gives you extra space in there. This is not a ceramic, I'm not sure. I feel like this is some type of metal with some kind of coating on the outside of it. Because this right here doesn't feel like this. Like the metal right back here and some kind of coating on the inside to kind of help resist some of the scratching. But that's what we got there. And then back over here, we're working with the electric range. General Electric. Here's your stove, or oven, I'm sorry. So very straightforward. And then we got, I love that we're doing this more and more. The hood here, the shape of the hood. It's just shaped a little differently than back in the day. And so I like how we're starting to shape these now. And then there's not really much, usually there's not storage here. Yep, usually there's not. Your storage is usually gonna be right over here. And this is a pretty tall one. I've noticed that a lot with Wilson. Lately, the ones we've been touring, that they've got the extra tall shelving. I like it because sometimes you just need some things out of the way. You don't use it every day. So I like the extra height. And then to the left of that, you have your General Electric microwave, and then more storage on top of that, there. And that one goes pretty deep back. And then these are even further back at the bottom, which is normal. So these are further back, give you an idea of what your shelving looks like. I like to open these up because sometimes you have the shelf. It's not often, but it's enough for us to check where it slides out and you put your pots in there and actually put them, it comes out, put your pots in, slide it back. So if that's in there, we like to see that because that's an awesome feature. It's not normal, so it's no big deal that's not there, but it's a nice one when you find it. Right back this way, we do have a pantry. So you do have that, this comes in handy. It's not a walk-in, I call it a mini walk-in because I can walk in here and do it. I got some moving around, but obviously there's not a whole lot of room, there's enough room. So I can do some damage in here with Costco, and it's a mini walk-in. So I'm not out here doing it, I actually go inside. And there's more room for storage up here. Probably one more shelf, I think, one or two, depends on how much space you want. So you can do some damage here. Probably more damage than you want to. All right, so now back here, backsplash, basic, just a white tile with some design. So what's different with the design is that they're doing it like this versus just going across horizontal. So that adds a little different texture and it's a little different because you are working with white, which tends to be your basic color in most cases. So to add this little change up here is kind of nice. White on white. This is a lighter white here. It's not even really white, but it's close enough. So it matches. Of course, it's gonna match well. Blinds are included, so that's gonna save us some money. So what have we got so far that's saving us? We got washer and dryer, that's included. Fridge, included. Blinds, included. So those are some things that are gonna help with that movement. The moving cost is always a cost when you're moving from one place to another. This is gonna help. One less thing you gotta buy. And if you priced out window treatments, you know that's a nice savings. Over here, now it's included, so we don't have the top of the line for the sliding glass door. Me personally, if you like me, hold on. If you like me, I'm gonna change that out. I would change that out. Because this is just not, I'm just being real. This is really not durable. So, I mean, just to get into the place, I'd probably use it, but be prepared within a year or so, just for aesthetics even. I would probably just change out for aesthetics. I'm sure this will last longer than a year, but it's just not that durable. With the kids going in and out, you're gonna see some wear and tear here. Why not get something nicer that's durable, that just looks nice? But of course, I do like that we have the window treatment to this. This is a keeper, I'm keeping this. Unless you decide to go plantation shutters, which is even more expensive. This is a nice alternative to that. We have not gone into the rest of the house yet, but we're here in the backyard. Let's take a look. Okay guys, we're out here in the backyard. I see something right away that I like. First of all, this is a pretty good sized backyard, you guys know. So I've been getting surprised lately with some of the homes I've been able to tour. Really excited that we have some homes with a backyard. Love that, because you guys know that that's not always the case. I just spoke to a builder 2 days ago. I'm out there every day, but this one stands in my mind because it's a different builder than where we're at today. And that they all go through this. So they've only got a couple of homes left in their community, and then they'll be moving to a different community. And in the new community, the lots are like a fraction of the size that the backyards are right now. So when you see me showcase homes with the backyard, you guys, you can't build more land. You get a property with a nice sized lot, you gotta put that on your list. Put that on your shelf, something to keep an eye on, because as we go more and more, it's gonna be difficult to, most of the homes we're coming across to have the smaller lots. That's what we're seeing. That's my biggest feedback I'm getting. So when you get a chance to step into something with a decent lot like this, we don't want to just dismiss it easily. What I like though, I'm not short, and I like not being able to. What was it, Tim the Toolman Taylor that movie or sitcom? The neighbor would look over. He would have a more difficult time looking over this backyard. I like that because it's a lot taller, and so I like that. It just adds another level of privacy. Now this back fence here is taller. You see that it doesn't go all the way down. It does drop down a little bit. Still, even right here, it's still pretty good size. So this is a good size yard height, and it goes all the way around. So this size here is what continues on the sides, and you can see your air conditioning unit is on the ground, and then we are working with the tile roof, so that roof should last you quite a while. And then there's a warranty that comes with that too, but tile roofs are a lot more in demand, it seems like, these days than their composition from what the feedback I'm getting. So let's go inside to see the rest of the home. Okay guys, so we are in the master or primary bedroom. So let's point out the lighting. We like the lighting. We have one window on this wall, another window, a bigger window on the next wall, and then this wall here we have two windows. And so typically you'll find what's most common I see buyers, homeowners putting the bed here. So the headboard will go here because you have the 2 windows, and then they still have light on the wall there, and then we're gonna pan over, we got a light coming in here, and then it makes sense not to put a window here because this is probably an area most of us like to have some type of television in the room, so this is where that can go. If you're not a TV watcher, then you can have some artwork here. So you still have plenty of light coming into the home, even though you're not utilizing this wall here for that. And then this wall here will probably be where your dresser or some kind of shelving will go. And then from here, we do have built-in shelving. So in the family room, we didn't have that, was a cutout space. Here, we actually have some built-in shelving. We got that. Some really wide drawers here. Oh, okay. Not as deep as I would have thought it would have been. And it's probably about 12 inches, I think. I don't think so. 8 inches, about 8 inches. But it's nice to have this. So I can see this being a soft drawer, tie drawer. And then you've got another drawer further back. This one's a little deeper, but about the same going in, so it's deeper down, but not as, about the same size going back here. And you got the same drawer at the bottom. So that's what that looks like. That's just an extra feature for you that's built in. Okay. And then these shelves actually can come off, so if you didn't want them out in there, you can slide these right out. They slide right out. It's giving right there, so they slide out. And then from there, we go right into the bathroom. So come on with me. We do have a tub. Not every builder is including this, but it is a feature that buyers still want. Even though we don't, it's funny, many of us don't take baths every day. We usually take a shower more so than a bath, but it's nice to have that option every now and then. So we do have the bath there. This is a pretty good size shower. A little small step up. Now, this is basic tile, but it is tile. So it's a tile here, a little tile cut out right there in the wall. And then we only have 1 shower head here. But this is a big, if this was the actual wall here, you could actually put 2 shower heads here. That's how big it is. So it's pretty roomy. But the way it's set up, you have 1 shower head there. And then we're gonna go take a peek into, actually right here is a little water closet with the door for privacy, leading right into the closet. It is a walk-in closet. You got basic shelving to start you off. And then you got room to build up to the top. And then you can do some customizations on the bottom for more shelving on the bottom. That is not included, so you have to add that in. But you do have the space here to do some things. You just gotta customize it to your taste. So, that's 2 bedrooms downstairs. We covered that backyard. Let's go upstairs and see what we're working with. All right, so we're coming up to the 2nd floor here, and let's see what we're working with here. So we had 2 bedrooms downstairs. This is huge. So it has an outlet right here for, this looks like cable television to me. That's what it looks like. So you can easily put a television here or put in your own wiring and move it to another wall here, but this is a big space. There's a big, huge window here overlooking the backyard, which we won't look out. But this is a huge space here. This is almost another living room. Let's see what else we're working with. So, okay, linen closet in the middle. Real wide. Several shelving units here. So you got lots of shelving. And some space at the bottom for storage. And we're gonna go over to the other side here. So that's downstairs. You got a bathroom here. Single sink bathroom, but it's a full bathroom. There's some shelving right in the middle here too when we step out. There's some shelving here going into the bathroom. And that's a basic, so we kept the bathrooms pretty straightforward with the white tile or inserts. So we got another bedroom here, so this would be our 3rd bedroom. And this is a little bit bigger than the one that we were in downstairs on the 1st floor, that 1st bedroom. This is a little bigger. And then we have 2 windows here in the corner. So this is a little different than the one down there. 2 bedrooms right in the corner, but it's still well lit. So this is a nice space. And it looks like we don't have the ceiling fans here either. So that would be something you want to add if you're interested later. There is a little walk-in, so let's peek in here. So this is just a side bedroom, but look at the space in this closet. Lots of space for this not being a master bedroom. So good space there in the closet. And then coming outside this room, we just passed it, bathroom right there. So actually, let's pause for a second. I could close this door and this would be a private room with the bathroom. I just close this up and you got the shelving there, bathroom there. And we don't have a door here, probably because of the door there, but you guys can see that a door could go here with this doorway. So you could put a door here to share that bathroom, or seal that bathroom off by closing the door here. And now this whole room is like almost like a suite. So let's continue. So that's got a different little feature there. Gives you some options. And so that's our main area. And then we got another bathroom here. So this one, I believe, is still this is a Jack and Jill sink on this one. Wood tile flooring, and then we got a full bath instead of just a shower. So that's our first full bath outside of the master bedroom. So there's a bathroom downstairs, that was a shower. Bathroom upstairs, that was a shower. Bathroom right here, that's upstairs, that has a full bath. And then of course we haven't gotten to, there's one more bedroom up here, so we haven't gotten to it. So that's 3 bedrooms so far. Here's our 4th bedroom. Now this bedroom is bigger. Outside of the primary bedroom, this is the biggest room we've seen so far. It's a pretty big size, it feels big. You've got a little bay window feel here, so you can put some pillows here and kind of doll this up or doctor this up to where you can actually sit in there and just kind of kick back and well, you know what, I'll kind of give you an example. Now I don't have pillows, which is good because I fall asleep right now. But so you can actually sit here and put pillows here and make that look a little nicer. And you're right by the window, so it would be a nice little reading area. And then you've got another walk-in closet, a mini walk-in. So this is a good sized room. Now, this big room, this huge room does not have its own bathroom, but the bathroom's right next to it. So as we go out, you see the bathroom's right next door. And then there's another bedroom on the side of that bathroom. This is our 5th bedroom. So bedroom number 5. And this is more like that first bedroom, maybe a touch smaller than the one on the first floor, but it's a 5th bedroom. So this is gonna be more your bedroom, 1 nightstand maybe, and a dresser, and you're good. And this one here is 2 windows in the corner, and it's a straight, we saw this layout earlier, one of the other bedrooms. So 5 bedrooms, lots of space, tons of bathrooms. So if you're looking for bathrooms, we got bathrooms here. So this is the Regent community. Give me a call so you can get more information. There's more that I'm going to show you in this community. So give me a call for more info on that. And let's just explore what these builders have the option. There's a lot that we can do with dialogue right now. So you want to have someone on your side, I'm here to help you with that. And check out my other videos. Just click on the link up above, or it should be an icon up above to see some of my other videos. And I look forward to touring some homes with you. Till next time.